Resident Evil 2 Remake's Tofu. Capcom will release its remake of Resident Evil 2 later this month, giving fans a new opportunity to play as Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield as they attempt to escape zombie-infested Raccoon City. The remake will also bring back 2 additional playable characters, Hunk and Tofu, the latter of whom has been impressively remade to be more photorealistically tofu-like than previously rendered. Tofu appeared in the original Resident Evil 2 in a scenario named the Tofu Survivor. It was a more challenging version of Hunk's unlockable scenario, the Fourth Survivor, because Tofu is armed with nothing but a knife and a few herbs. Apocryphally, Tofu was based on a simple polygonal model that Capcom used to test Resident Evil 2's collision detection. Unlocking Tofu's scenario was for survival horror experts and served as a parody of sorts of Hunk's scenario. Resident Evil fans got their first peek at Tofu as he appears in the new Resident Evil 2 this week, thanks to the game's one-shot demo and its exclusive trailer. The new Tofu looks more like a block of real bean curd than ever before, and it appears he's now a fully fledged member of the STARS team. Here's a detailed look at Tofu, showing off his glistening silky texture. Tofu in the Resident Evil 2 remake differs from his original incarnation, in that he no longer has hands, or rather, floating gloves, with which to equip a knife. The knife appears to just kind of float or be physically attached to his person. He's also wearing a STARS-issued hat, just as he did in the title screen for the Tofu Survivor. A pair of Tofu stand armed in a screenshot from the original Resident Evil 2. Tofu's reveal in the Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo trailer hints at another potentially interesting update to the character. In the original Resident Evil 2, Tofu's health level was indicated by a simple color change, from off-white at full health to blood red when he was about to die. But in the remake, it looks like he will take physical battle damage. The trailer seems to indicate chunks of bean curd have been bitten out of our vegan-friendly hero, as illustrated in the GIF below. You'll note that Tofu is also carrying a flashlight here, which could mean that the protein-rich block can hold more than just a knife this time. It's worth noting that the screenshot of Tofu embedded at the top of this post shows the 5th survivor surrounded by a variety of weapons, a minigun, a rocket launcher, a submachine gun, and even a pair of chopsticks. That could be a hint that the Tofu of the Resident Evil 2 remake will be more battle-ready than in his 1998 appearance. However, every screenshot released so far shows Tofu wielding either a knife or nothing, so dreams of Tofu unleashing rocket launcher fury may be nothing but pure fantasy. Finally, a bit of unconfirmed data mining from Resident Evil 2's PC demo indicates that Tofu might come in other flavors this time. Spoiler alert! This could be considered a light spoiler to the Resident Evil purist, so consider yourself warned. Suppose skins for Tofu will transform him into dessert forms: a gyro, a sweetened rice cake, onion, a jellied dessert, pudding, and konjac, a speckled gelatin. If accurate, that's gonna be great. At the very least, let's hope that Tofu gets a better ending than he did in the original Resident Evil 2. Upon completing the Tofu Survivor, players are presented with the following image showing Hunk cooking tofu in a hot pot. Delicious, yes, but an extremely messed up thing to do to a guy who just survived a gauntlet of zombies. Resident Evil 2 is coming to PlayStation 4, Windows PC and Xbox One on January 25.